Welcome back to Let's Play Darkest Dungeon. I'm your host, Timepants, and today we're going to be taking it down a notch again. We're going to be sending out a group of young go-getters so we can pull this sun cloak from the ruin. Now, this is a long mission, so we are going to over-prepare a bit, if only because we can afford it, and I really, really want this sun cloak. I mean, I really want it. We lost the previous one, if you don't recall, or if you didn't see the episode. We lost the previous one on account of my own boneheadedness. I unfortunately, I had an option to, well, here's the whole story. I had Valance lose one because she went out, got drunk, and lost it. So then I had an opportunity to get another. And so, great, right? Well, not so much. Unfortunately, I accidentally clicked on the wrong mission, sent a bunch of level 1s out on a boss mission instead of the mission that I wanted. And to make matters worse, then I dismissed a super stressed out level 0 Crusader with both of our Crusader trinkets, and that pretty much brings you up to speed on how fucking stupid I am. So here's my chance to make good. And so we have an explore 90% of rooms mission. Okay, well, not a really great start. If you see here, I have, Hands from the Abyss is interesting. So actually, we're going to just try this. We're going to see how it goes. Anyway, I kind of broke a personal policy here and bought Dark Strength on our Occultist, even though, it was something like 1,700 gold, which is a pretty big investment for a level 0 nobody that I might well dismiss after this mission. But, in my defense, I really do want this to succeed. I really, really do. Because my attitude is, if he does not have Holy Lance. Alright, well, then we aren't going to be using the Occultist. I'm just dumb. But fortunately, we do have this Arbalest here in the front row, meaning it doesn't really have the ability to hurt us too much anymore. And, yeah, this thing's stunned, and we should just be able to pretty much run the table on this guy. Let's see, Vulnerability Hex. We don't get the benefit of marking, but at this level, their debuff resist is 25, and, it's a minus 10 dodge. Does it have any dodge? No. No. Well, it's 3 total damage that we've done, so, I mean, look at this. We're kicking ass, right? Pretty disappointing. Okay, and we need to figure out what we're gonna do here. We might do 3rd rank Hellion. I didn't really think about my party composition very well. So why don't we take that opportunity, or take this opportunity right now to rectify that. I think we're going to go 3rd rank Hellion. We're going to swap you two around, and you don't have a lot going on back here. Abyssal Artillery is decent. We'll stick with that. Yeah, I think we can be happy with that. Alright, so that was a pretty easy room, and yeah, unfortunately, our Occultist doesn't really have a lot of synergy with his skills. However, if I may be positive here for a minute, be positive about my level 0 character that I truly do not give a shit about. He does have the ability to fight from any row, or at least do something in any row, and that is, honestly, that's more than you could say about the other Occultist that I have, who is pretty good in the back row, and anywhere else is just fucking worthless. Let's see. Alright, so we are... Okay. This should be a pretty easy fight. Of course, we don't like to take Quarrel right off the bat, but we can start healing up. Now, we do need to be careful because we have a bunch of, like, level 1, I think he's level 2, but a bunch of level 1 characters otherwise, and if, you know, there is certainly a distinct possibility of them taking bleed, which would be bad considering we do have, you know, a pretty, I mean, low level party, not terribly strong. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, Crusader, Highwayman, Hellion, it can't be a bad party. So, like, regardless of the 4th member, I don't think it can be too bad. But, you know, we don't want to, you know, let anything get away from us here. We don't want to accidentally let our health run down too low here, and then we get our asses kicked. Let's see. I think medicinal herbs. Okay. 350 gold. Made our money back, I guess. Yeah, but we don't want to wind up in a situation where we we don't want to wind up in a situation where, you know, we have somebody down to like less than a third of their health. We get a heal for like 1 or 0, but they get the bleed, and then oh shit, you know, now we're in some real trouble. All right, let's see. There we go, and we made our. I think we definitely made our investment back on those medicinal herbs, and another hunger event. Well, I'm glad that we quote-unquote over-prepared, or maybe it's kind of starting to look like we prepared the exact amount that we needed. Let's keep going, and I think now is a good time to torch up. There we go. And that's why we brought the shovels. No problem. Alright, this is, so far, I mean, this is looking, okay, so at exactly 75, that actually counts as us being in dim light. That's good. So far, a pretty quiet mission. Here we go. And let's see. Abyssal Artillery? Yeah, there we go. Not great. I don't think that attack is very good. I know that a lot of people really swear by the power of their AoE. And at level 1, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not bad. We probably could run an AoE team just with these 3, really these 4, and probably get by okay. Really, we probably could. It's an interesting thought. It's an interesting thought. Maybe you want to try it? You want to try it? Maybe. Okay, let's do it. We're going to try running an AoE team. So, let's see here. I mean, obviously, we're not just going to AoE just because we can. When there's one enemy left, we'll do the smart thing. We'll do the smart thing and use single target attacks, obviously, but it is interesting. Yeah, let's try it. Okay, so we're gonna be an AoE team from now on. So let's swap these 2 around. Let's see. We have a lot of encounters if we go this way. Not so many going this way. We could actually ignore this room, because this is investigate 90% of rooms mission. It's interesting. It is interesting. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to double back and go this way. Because I know it's boring to just, like, watch me walk unopposed through the dungeon. If things, like, go really bad all of a sudden, then we'll change our approach. That is a lot of damage. We'll change our approach if things start going really terribly. This healing is pretty pathetic. But yeah, we'll go ahead and start attacking these guys. Alright. AoE, right? That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do AoE. Beautiful. Actually, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. And, you know, he's level 2, he's got clean guns, and this is decent. Now, we could use a shovel to open it up, but we're not going to because we do have something going on here, so we're just going to leave that be. Torch up, and in we go. Now, we might end up camping in this room just to make some space in our inventory, and the healing wouldn't be too bad. Yeah, I think we'll do that. We'll camp here. Let's see. I'm not sure if I like her doing breakthrough if it's not going to, like, absolutely kill something. We'll have to think about that. But 3 kills with Grape Shot Blast is just incredible, honestly. Okay, did we... Alright, we'll get some healing. Please? Good. Decent enough. And why not? I know that was probably not the right shot to make. What are we gonna do here? I think we can waste a torch and be fine with that. Alright, let's see. Sarcophagus. You wanna open it? Holy water? No, okay. I don't know what to use on the sarcophagus. I think... I think probably herbs. So, you know what? Screw it. We're just gonna camp. And we'll feast. This will open up another inventory slot for us. Give us a little stress resist. Or stress relief, rather. And now... we do Dark Strength. Now, last time we did Dark Strength on what? On our Hellion, I think. Why don't we do it on our Highwayman? Because he has by far the best AoE, and if we're building for AoE, then I think that's a decent play. I think that is. I really hope that after this we are in a position... Oh, please don't shuffle our team too much, please. That was the opposite of what I wanted, if you were paying attention to my request there. But never mind. We're okay. We're okay, guys. I think we're gonna get through this. Not much of an ambush. They just got frickin' wasted, like, right off the bat. Alright, well, this is a waste of a turn. But Hands from the Abyss gets the kill. Now, I think, overestimated the strength of Hands from the Abyss. I thought it was a stun for both of the front row. Like, you know, something in the same vein as the Hellion's Barbaric Yup, but not so much. Alright, so, let's see. Because our inventory is starting to fill out here, I don't really feel compelled to go and fight these two. I actually gave it some thought. I really did, believe it or not. I do think my my actions through, more or less, when I'm not just being a dummy and, like, basically acting on impulse like a jellyfish or something. No offense to any jellyfish out there who are watching the show, of course. Well, now this is interesting. So we can interact with this. We can use holy water and get a fucking humongous damage buff. I mean, do you want to do it on the Highwayman? Just, you know, see how far we can pump his damage. Why not, right? Look at that. Good lord. Plus 70% damage on his like, all attacks. Well, on ranged attacks, sorry. And guess we'll do you. Yeah, like, what? Plus 70% damage on all ranged attacks, plus 50% damage on everything. Just, good lord. It's really, really good. Alright. And we're gonna keep going. So, let's see. We're gonna get some... I am actually starting to get worried about the food situation. I didn't need to feast. I didn't need to do that. Our stress situation was not too bad going into that into that camping event. I probably could have gotten by with just eating 4 food, and we don't have holy water, so this is nothing. We don't have, or sorry, we didn't have a huge amount of stress, actually. I think the most stress that we've taken so far in this dungeon has been our occultist being a really good sport about using the, what, Dark Pact or something like that. Am I... Dark Strength. Dark Pact is something from World of Warcraft. And I realize now that that's like my 3rd World of Warcraft reference in this LP. 3rd or 4th. I honestly didn't play World of Warcraft that much. I can understand why you might get that impression from listening to me, just talking about it endlessly. I played it for like 4 months, 5 months. I think I came back after Cataclysm. That's what it was called, right? Cataclysm. I think that's right. Shit. He's level 2. Holy Lord. That's incredible. Yeah, I think I came back after Cataclysm, and I think, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, Cataclysm ruined the game, it's so stupid now. Maybe? I don't know. Like, maybe if you played through all the expansions and played through vanilla, and you've, you know, played the game to quote-unquote completion, where you've run all the high-level content and everything like that, maybe, you know, maybe for you, the game is completely ruined now because it's just easy or too streamlined or casual. I don't actually know what the grievances are, but I don't know. Maybe that really bugs you. I thought it was vastly improved. Yeah, I thought, for example, grinding wasn't the huge pain in the ass that it used to be. That is a lot of damage, and I thought the quests were more varied, so I found it a more interesting experience, and I thought that, yeah, just the variety of the new content. I thought the new dungeons and the new areas that you could go to, like, what, Outworld or something like that. Is Outworld a thing from World of Warcraft, or am I thinking of, like, Mortal Kombat or something? I don't know. Yeah, I know you probably all tune into this LP so you can get my opinions on World of Warcraft. I really have my finger on the pulse of my viewership of 4 people. But, yeah, anyway, that's my 2 cents on the matter. I don't know, I've never been somebody who's like, oh, this game's too casual now, this appeals to, like, I don't know what you'd even say, the lowest common denominator. I think if a game has wide appeal, that's generally a good thing, right? You don't want your game to just appeal to, like, a small niche, and I think that's actually one of the complaints that people who have gotten through this game, or yeah, have played this game to its completion, at least thus far. I think that has been a lot of people's main... That is a lot of damage. Holy Lord. I think that's been a lot of people's gripes, that they feel like this game is too easy. Well, we're gonna take some stress here, and some damage. That sucks. You know, I had no way of knowing. You know, I had absolutely no way of knowing. She definitely needs a heal, though. Yeah, I think a lot of people are saying, oh, this game's too casual, it's too easy. And it kind of gets back into what I was talking about in my previous episode, where I said that I don't really see the need for, like, a failure state. That this game doesn't punish failure hard enough. I think it punishes it plenty hard enough. But I get it. Some people really want a game that doesn't hold their hand, that makes life hard for people who make mistakes. I get it. I totally see where they're coming from, but by the same token, you know, when you are investing the amount of time that, I mean, let's be honest, that we have invested in this game, if that would suddenly be, holy shit, if that could suddenly be wiped out just because of You know what? Let's try this. This could go badly, but let's try it. There's a chance we could get some shovels. We didn't, but there was a chance, and so I stand by it. I think this is shit, so I'm just gonna ditch it. I probably could have ditched my medicinal herbs, but honestly, that was just such... That trinket, we have like 2 of them, and I never really make use of them anyway. God damn, that's a lot of stress, and now we have to worry about our occultists suddenly going bonkers. We could be done here. Honestly, that's possible. So, that was not what we wanted. Hopeless.
There can be no hope in this hell.
You are probably not coming back. I don't think I'm going to spend the money on getting you well again. Because fuck you, that's why. Let's see. Alright. Well, what do we have here? We have a treasure chest. Let's try it. You know, we have a chance of taking some stress here. But let's see what we can get out of this. Alright. At this point, I think we're just gonna go. I think we're probably gonna ditch this occultist. But we did get the sun cloak, and that was the reason that we went in the first place. Good money. Not great, but good. Honestly, once we are done with heirlooms, I think we are going to... Evasive. Oh, that's very nice. Once we're done with heirlooms, obviously, we'll be able to drop all of them.
There is a great horror beneath the manor.
So, there is a possibility that we might just do that. Macy, do you need to... Alright, before I make any executive decisions about you, we're going to take those off. Alright, let's see. Let's just figure out where we're going next. That is shit. Similarly shit. We need to get the ruins up to 4. I think. Crusaders. Defender's Seal is good. It's very good. It's very, very good. But I don't think it's good enough to dissuade us from the ruins. Okay, so next time we head to the ruins, we're going to dismiss Macy Gray, I think. Because, look, we have Mortimer, and honestly, I really like the name Mortimer. So, sorry Macy, you had your shot, but you couldn't handle the stress. So, we'll keep you around. Alright, and that was fine. Next time, we'll do a little bit more challenging content. See you then.